Atoms and molecules do not exist. They are a fraud. They are fake. They are phony. They are a fallacy. They are unreal. They are imaginary, alleged, supposed building blocks of matter, which are not real. And I will present to you the evidence that I have so you can elucidate it, digest it, process it, and come up with your own conclusion. Again, this channel, Keys to the Truth, is all about the evidence. Everything is evidence-based. And there might be different kinds of evidence. There can be historical, there can be bibliographical, there can be experimental, archaeological, etc. However, you have the final say. If you have a comment, you have a question, you have an exception to what I'm saying, please comment. Let me know where I got things wrong, where I got them right, and build on the conversation. Share the ideas so that we can find our way to the actual truth. So what is an atom? What is a molecule? Atoms are supposed to be these tiny little planetary systems, if you will, like Niels Bohr suggested. He got the Nobel Prize for it. Right there, we have two keys to the truth. So the first key right there would be everything that you're told is a lie, and go from there. Start from there. That's your first key to the truth, right? So if we position ourselves around that assumption, everything that you've been told is a lie, then you can finally start working towards the truth, as opposed to beginning from untruth and then, and you're stuck there. So that's one. And then another one would be Niels Bohr, like who's the guy that came up with this planetary system model for the atom? Niels Bohr. He got the Nobel Prize for it. He is very famous for it. He's very well respected and renowned for it. Bam, that's another key to the truth. Be doubtful, be skeptical of anybody and everybody that's famous, that the system is trying to push on you. So immediately, okay, this guy's famous, this guy, is being pushed, this guy's in the history books, this guy's everywhere, all right? Then that immediately discredits him, okay? And then look into him and then, find out if he had some actual reasonable contributions to humanity or if he was a traitor to humanity. Back to the subject. Atoms. The word atom, let's look here at the dictionary, is the smallest particle of an element that can exist either alone or in combination, okay? And their combination is usually what we call molecules, all right? So first things first, what is the etymology of these words? The real one, okay? I gave you the definition, the smallest particle of an element. It's supposed to be this indivisible particle, right? Let's see what atomism is. Atomism comes from the Greek atomon, which means uncuttable, indivisible. Atomon, however you want to pronounce it. It's a natural philosophy proposing that the physical world is composed of fundamental, indivisible components such as atoms. Bam! They just accepted that they're lying to you right there. It's a natural philosophy. It's a philosophy. There's nothing natural about it, so they're dealing in opposites right there, as any evil being would, dealing with the opposites, and that they're telling you it's a philosophy, it's a belief system, it's a way of thinking, it's a bunch of different theories, different theorems, it's a bunch of hypotheses, it's assumptions after assumptions. It's a religion. There's nothing factual about it. So they're beginning from a belief system, a philosophy of said thing, of X, and then they're trying to build this imaginary, fantastic, incredible, unreal world around it. And they're doing their hardest to make you believe in it. And you believe in it. I believed in it up until very recently. So they're telling you, what matter is made of, allegedly, supposedly, but it's not true. It's just a bunch of lies and philosophies and Gnostic fables and Masonic fables and CGI, and that's what it is. And we're led to believe that it's true. So here, I just gave you that definition. And the molecule would be, the congregation or of these atoms, okay, adding more than one atom together in a chemical bond of some sort. So let's see here. Where does the word atom really come from? The word atom really comes from an Egyptian god, which is Atum. So they changed the spelling slightly, so you're thrown off. Okay, that's one of their tricks too. So the Egyptian god, a primeval cosmic god, of course we know it's a false deity, or even a demon. They referred to Atum as the sun god and their creator, the substance from which all creation unfurled. He is the Lord of the universe, blah blah blah. He represents the king of Egypt, double crown of Egypt, all this nonsense. Okay, so a lot of the tricks they do is they try to get the more analytical, engineering-minded side of the population, and they dupe them very easily with formulas, with models, and then they grab them and enter their belief system, and then they're indoctrinated, and they don't know that they're deluded. We don't know, like speaking in first person, because it's happened to me. I'm very engineering-minded, but again, now I'm using this tool against my own mind control and kind of on mind controlling myself, if you will. So you can do that as well. You're like, dissect, analyze, and then synergize, and then synthesize the whole. Okay, so you can find your way to the truth. What about Moloch? Oh my gosh, this is so horrible. I don't even want to read it, but you're probably familiar with Moloch. But if you're not, again, they changed the spellings. They changed the E to an O, they changed the CH to the K. They try to mess with you so that you don't figure out so easily. But molecule is a molecule. And they're paying homage here to their fallen demons, their deities, the Atum and the Moloch from Molech. Okay? So the Moloch was this horrible demon where children were sacrificed to, and it's in the Bible. It's in Leviticus 5 times. It's in 1 Kings 3 times, 2 Kings 2 times, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Zephaniah in the Old Testament. It's in the New Testament, Acts 1. So here's another key to the truth. If they claim to be so atheistic, then why do they name everything about around entities and demons and fallen entities and false gods? Huh? You tell me. Why? Why are they so secular? Okay, in their mathematics, in their astronomy, in their fake science, so-called science, and they're naming every single thing theistically. Why is that? Okay, so that's a big, huge key to the truth, which is alerting you to the fact that these people are not secular. They're not atheists. They want you to be one because they want you to stay under their mind control, brainwashing, helter-skelter, brutalization of your mind and your soul and in your individualism and all your God-given creative gifts. And they want you to become like an animal. So this is what you are giving your energy to when you're believing in molecules. Okay? Do you believe in molecules? No, I don't. Yes, I do. It's a belief system. It's a philosophy. They're telling you it's a naturalistic philosophy. It's a false philosophy, okay, of CGI and, just fake everything. They're feeding you all these lies and, they're feeding me all these lies. I believe them all my life up until now. They tell you of this atomistic fallacy. And they say that it arises because associations between two variables at the individual level may differ from associations between analogous variables, blah, blah, blah. Basically, what the atomistic fallacy is saying is that if you have, let's say, two white atoms and you put them together, it doesn't necessarily mean that the molecule is going to be white. I'm oversimplifying here, but the molecule or the combination of the particles, the atoms, is going to have a different set of properties than the individual parts. That's the atomistic fallacy. So let's go to the CGI images. There's so many things here. All these are completely, manufactured in a computer. And if you have any sort of design skills or computer graphics skills, you can see it plainly. If you do, I invite you to take a good hard look at these, and you'll know immediately that these are all fake. These are all made up by somebody, and they'll admit it. Here I'll put some video and some text to the usual science, fake science websites where they actually admit, okay, that these are representations. These are inferences of what it would look like. Even if they use NMR techniques, or they use nuclear resonance, or any sort of resonance, or scanning electron microscopes, what they're feeding you is a representation. It's a graphic. It's a human generated graphic. It's not a picture. It's not an image. Okay? We cannot see atoms with our own eyes. We cannot see molecules with our own eyes. Can you? Have you ever? Be honest with yourself. Have you ever seen an atom? Have you ever seen a molecule? I've never seen one, and I will never see one because they are not real. Okay? And they can give you all the CGI, all the special effects, but that doesn't make it real. Okay? Then they chain it with the atomic bomb hoax. There's no such thing as an atom bomb, or a nuclear bomb, or a hydrogen bomb, because simply there's no such thing as atoms. So you see how these lies, they plant the seeds for their lies, and then later down the road they can reap the rewards because you believed it. Okay, you gave your energy to that false god, and and then you're having to pay for it, because you have to pay the piper. Okay, everything you do and you say, or do not, or don't do, is recorded in the Akasha, in by the Creator, and you're gonna have to answer for it. So it's just the way this magical realm works. It's a system of checks and balances, and it's infallible. So if you give your energy and your belief to somebody that's false, you're gonna get you're gonna have to pay for it. Okay, it's gonna come bite you in the ass. Sorry about that, but so atom bombs, nuclear hoaxes. You know what they did with the new Cuban Missile Crisis? They had everybody scared. They had everybody in their houses and fearing for their lives from something that was never real. Hiroshima, Nagasaki, they're thriving, huge cities right now, full of tourists. Well, I don't know about right now, but like a few years ago, there was never any radiation there. Radiation hoax. Again, another hoax. I don't want to get into all that right now, but know that they changed the hoaxes, okay? And why? Because they can, and because then it helps them build up other hoaxes. So they have a whole infrastructure of hoaxes and fallacies, where you are, the lab rat, okay? You are the guinea pig. You are the hamster in the wheel, powering their fake system, okay? So and they'll have Duper's delight, and then they'll tell you in the model that the atom is mostly empty space, but you're touching the table, you're touching the microphone, the computer, you're touching your hands and your feet and the floor, and you don't feel it as empty space. You can't go through it. So again, that's Duper's delight. They love to just rub it in your face that you're so stupid that you believe these things, that they'll pretty much make you believe anything. Do your own research. Look for all the images that you can. Even the scanning electron microscope, alleged images, they're all renders. And, there's really no direct image or picture. They'll tell you in the details. They'll tell you, but you have to be real careful not to fall into the traps. Say no more to this BS, to this crap, to this system of lies, and go beyond it. So what makes up matter? What makes up reality? What makes up the manifested reality? What makes up this hologram? It's something else. I'll tell you my theory in some other video, which is making a lot more sense, and I'll show you all the evidence. But for now, you do your own research and let me know your thoughts. I really appreciate you guys. Hope this helps you on your way. Much love for you. God bless.